With me, my colleague, our political editor, Andrew Clennell. We've gone from one election, our focus turns very quickly to another one this Saturday.
That's right, Kieran. Well, it's all about the Aston by-election on Saturday now in this place. Could Peter Dutton lose Aston on Saturday? Liberals here are certainly worried. And as I revealed this morning, Mr Dutton warned the Coalition party room today that the Victorian Liberal stoush over Moira Deeming was not helping the party's prospects in the Victorian federal seat this weekend. Party sources have told me, he said words to the effect of, "It's always bad when we are talking about ourselves. We need to talk about the people." On the weekend, the opposition was confident of the narrowest of victories in Aston on Saturday, with cost of living issues biting in the seat. But there have been some events with the Liberal Party in Victoria since then. As John Howard always said, disunity is death in politics. Labor polled early in the campaign and, as I previously reported, found their vote on a two-party preferred basis to be around 47-48. So around the 2.8% margin Liberal Alan Tudge recorded when winning the seat last year at the election. But has that number moved in the last couple of weeks? Well, Labor are certainly concerned that a poor turnout so far in pre-poll means Labor voters are not even bothering to vote. And there is no doubt that this attack on the Victorian federal MP Sam Ray by the opposition for remarks they say he said to Moncrief MP Angie Bell yesterday, which we revealed, alleged remarks he denies, is also feeding into this Aston narrative. This led to this confrontation in the House yesterday. What a shot that is. And then there is this. Revealed by the Daily Telegraph this morning, this rather strange candidate from a party called the Fusion Party, Owen Miller, is recommending preferencing Labor, and he is preferencing them ahead of the Liberals. They are preferencing him, should I say, as well, ahead of the Liberals. Looks like a preference deal. And he's made some pretty offensive statements, including tweeting in February last year that, quote, "there were more victims in the Holocaust than just Jews. It's disappointing that there seems to be this exclusivity on Nazi victimhood." Well, Liberal Victorian frontbencher Jane Hume spoke about this in the Senate just before question time and asked Labor to put him last on the how to vote.
The candidate, preferenced by Labor and the Greens, said in a tweet that "I think abortion is murder, but it should be legal anyway, even months after birth." Sad but realistic. This candidate, preferenced by Labor and the Greens, should be condemned for his appalling views.
So frankly, he sounds like a wacko. Maybe Labor would be best placed to put him last on the how to vote. History suggests the Liberals should retain this seat of Aston. Oppositions don't tend to lose them in by-elections, but it is looking close. And to lose it would be a disaster for Peter Dutton and the Liberals. The other development this week, which could affect electoral fortunes, has been the government securing the passage of the safeguards mechanism. And while there are concessions in there for manufacturers, the gas companies are unhappy. We've been reporting on that all morning. One Labor MP who sides with manufacturing and the resources sector, Paterson MP Meryl Swanson, who hails from the Hunter region, actually congratulated Energy Minister Chris Bowen for the deal he had struck in a meeting yesterday. And while I'm talking on Aston, former Prime Minister John Howard has entered the Aston campaign. Hate to say it, but when things look desperate, that's when they call on him. He's sending out letters endorsing the Liberal candidate, Rashina Campbell. So he didn't have much luck in the South Australian election, the federal election, the New South Wales election, and now he's being prevailed upon yet again in Aston. Perhaps a danger sign of how tight it really is for the Liberals.